It is a packed house in here. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Well, welcome. Man, this is a packed house in here. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to our 2026 Cosmetology Program Certificate and Awards Ceremony. I would like to be able to start off the evening by inviting Kaylee McCrae to lead us in a flag salute. Kylie, excuse me, McCrae.
Thank you everyone for coming. I'd like to direct your attention to the flag. Salute, or please stand. Whoops. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I promised Kylie I wouldn't mess up her name. That's the first thing I did. All right. Okay. So, good evening. My name is David Carter. I am the supervising administrator here at ROC. We are here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments and the accomplishments of the amazing students in our cosmetology program. My role here at ROC is to oversee the growth and vision of every program. It has been wonderful to be a part of the growth of this amazing program for the last 7 years. Every program at ROC and CTech are very unique. Each offers different challenges and experiences for students exploring a possible career path. There is no program as unique as a cosmetology program here at ROC, and I bet all you guys definitely know that. Students here tonight have completed over 1,020 hours of training to qualify for their state licensing exam and to become a registered cosmetologist. They have done this while taking multiple classes through Kern Learn Online School program. Doing all this while they are a senior in high school is amazing accomplishment. Yes, let's clap that up. 100%. They all made the decision to prepare themselves for a potential career in cosmetology rather than stay comfortable at their homeschool site for their senior year. Think about that for 1 second. Just think about that. How difficult it had to be to change everything and commit to a new school every day with new classmates, teachers you really have no idea about. You guys really had no idea what you're getting into, did you? In the times I've been able to have conversations with students, I told them how impressed I was and how I respected them for being here, because most adults, and even most adults in here today, would struggle to step out of their comfort zone and choose to do something with new people that they didn't even know. I think that alone is an example of how I know these students will be successful, whether it's a licensed cosmetologist or whatever they decide to do in their future. So students here not only receive high-quality technical skills in cosmetology and hair, nails, and skin, they receive career readiness skills, which translates into being successful in any career, such as professional communication, the importance of strong work ethic, and being on time and present every single day. You guys know more of that about anybody from tracking your hours, don't you? Doesn't it feel good not to worry about your hours anymore? I know I'm not stressed out about it either. I've really enjoyed this group of students. They've really been great. Every time I pop into the salon and say hi, they would greet me with, "Hello, Mr. Carter. How you doing?" And sometimes, "Mr. Carter, when are you gonna get your nails done?" Or, "Mr. Carter, let me put extensions in your hair." Really? It really feels that they've really enjoyed their time here at ROC, even though it's been a lot of work. Now, whether it's been Kennedy, Nevaeh, or Emmeline, or all cosmetology students were comfortable and confident speaking with me or any of the staff here. So comfortable that the group of Layla, Marisol, and Kylie seem to be in the office wanting to read announcements every single morning at this point. So I love how comfortable that they have felt to be able to want to be able to be a part of that. It truly seems they all felt ROC was ended up being their true home site this year. Now I never did get those extensions, right? But there's a story. Our dean of students, Mr. Henzo, was able to get his ears and nose waxed this year. Yes, this is true. He is much braver than me, I guess. But it just goes to show you what kind of confidence we have with the students in their skills. I hope many of you in this room have had the opportunity this year to visit our salon and receive first-rate services from our amazing students as well. So students, every single one of you, congratulations on your hard work, your determination, and seeing this journey through. So knowing that you can do this, I am very confident your next journey will be successful as well. Now, I can kind of go on and ramble and talk about you guys for most of the night, but I believe it's more appropriate to hear from students who actually lived it. So I want to be able to introduce one of our first student speakers tonight, Miss Layla Ortega from Miss Rivera's homeroom class. Will you please come up?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Layla Ortega, and I am one of the student ambassadors for this wonderful program. I stand here today not only to congratulate all of you on your immense hard work, but also your dedication to this program. Officially tonight is our program certificate night, but in my eyes, this is our first graduation. Everyone here, no matter who you are or where you come from, has sacrificed something for cosmetology. We gave up parts of our senior year to be part of such an amazing program Yet even though we sacrificed so much, this program has given us much more in return. It allowed us to build connections with people we may have never expected to meet. It gave us instructors that are filled with compassion, patience, and care. Cosmetology has also allowed us to grow not just as students, but as individuals. But what is cosmetology? I keep talking about how much it has given us, but truly what is it? Cosmetology is us, and what we choose to build within it. Cosmetology is Miss Total, Miss Beam, Miss Rivera, and Miss Fernandez. Cosmetology is Jaylene, Miss Sam, and Genesis. I lost my spot. And cosmetology is every long day we chose to work hard instead of giving up. I also want to give my thanks to some other people who inspired me. I want to thank all of my instructors for helping me and inspire me throughout this program. I know I couldn't have done it without any of your guys' support. I want to thank my family who supported me along the way. I want to thank my friends for our unbreakable bonds. I want to thank my colleagues for giving me the privilege and pleasure to lead them. I also want to thank Mr. Henzo for his support and guidance. And lastly, I want to thank my mom. She is my biggest inspiration, and I know I couldn't have done any of this without her. When you leave here today, you will officially be done with beauty school, and I truly hope everyone here continues to take what they learn in this program and go even further with cosmetology. Tonight is not the end of our journey. It is only the beginning. Congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Well done. Well done. Our next student speaker tonight is from Miss Beam's homeroom class, and it's Rylan Hanner. Rylan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rylan Hanner. There's so many amazing things that I could have said about this program, but I'm going to spare you from all growing old in your seats. I want to start by thanking all my teachers and my specialists. Ms. Fernandez in the beginning of the school year, Ms. Rivera and Ms. Jen, Ms. Total and Jaylene, and Ms. Beam and Ms. Sam. I think I speak for all of us when I say you guys are truly the backbone of this program, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you guys. Next, I want to thank my classmates. Without all of you girls, oh my gosh, I can't see, I'm sorry. Without all of you girls, this class wouldn't have been the same, and I'm so grateful for you guys. There's a few specific ones that I want to shout out. Bella, Bea, and Liv, you guys are truly the definition of girlhood, and it's hard not to love you. Oh my gosh. Liv, we're inseparable, and I wouldn't want it to be any other way. Thank you for always having my back, treating me like a sister, and being the one to push me through this whole year. Without you, I don't think I'd be as open as I am today. We never cared what other people thought about us. We were always our own silly, goofy, weird selves. I'm so beyond blessed to have met you. To my family, you guys supported me in ways I didn't know were possible. You pushed me to finish the school year, even with all the ups and downs of me struggling to keep up with sports and school at the same time. You guys always support my hobbies, whether it's buying me nail supplies or being my guinea pig and letting me cut your hair, which left you with an undercut for a day. Sorry, Dad. I'm blessed to have such an amazing support system, and I love you guys beyond words. Okay, I can see again. My experience this whole school year was something I didn't know I needed. I made new friends, I found out who my real people are. I balanced having a job, going to cosmetology school, and playing sports. I pushed myself in school to work hard and continue my athletic career in college, and I succeeded. I made it through the school year without missing more than 10 days of school, which honestly was probably the hardest part because I'm a chronic stay home from school when I want to kind of girl. But I did it. We all did it, and we should all be so incredibly proud of ourselves. Congratulations to the ROC School of Cosmetology, class of 2026.
Very well. Nice job. Very well done. Our next two student speakers are coming from Ms. Todal's class. It's going to be Michelle Sanchez and JoJo Fishman. Come on up.
Okay, hold on. Good evening, family, friends, and of course, my fellow Cosmo classmates. My name is Michelle Sanchez, and today I have the honor to be standing up here to represent the class of 2026. As I stand here today, I could proudly say we've made it. Before I start, I want to take this moment to thank everyone that helped us get here, because let's be honest, there was times where we all at least wanted to give up once. So thank you to our amazing parents, family, friends, and most of all, our amazing teachers and TAs for pushing us each day and not letting us give up. The next part, I'm going to say it in Spanish. Quiero tomar este momento para darle las gracias a todos nuestros padres y familiares que siempre nos apoyaron y nos ayudaron a ganar aquí hoy. Even though we're all excited about graduation, we will all miss being here every day hearing our favorite sayings, like Jay saying, "Your work is beautiful," or hearing Miss Tora's iconic rich laugh. Jen calling everyone mija or honey. Never seeing Sam finish her Trenta strawberry acai. All the deep talks with Miss Beam and Miss River, never letting you forget row number 8. Looking back at the first day of school, when we were all scared and wondering who we'll end up sitting next to, how our teachers were going to be, to crashing out when our hours suddenly changed. We all went through the same experience. We've all seen each other grow since day one. We've all given up our senior year to be here, and no matter how hard that was for all of us, at least the only math or science we had to do was formulating with Ms. Total. But through all the stress, long hours, mannequin heads, missed sleep, and moments where we all doubted ourselves, we kept showing up. And that's something to be proud of. Over this past year, We didn't just learn how to do hair, nails, or aesthetics. We learned patience, confidence, and responsibility, and how to, and and how to believe in ourselves even when things got hard. Every single one of us changed in some way. We became stronger, and more independent, and better versions of ourselves. Looking around today makes me emotional because we all started as strangers and somehow became a family. We laughed together, struggled together, helped each other, and grew together. And now we get to celebrate everything we worked so hard for. I'm so proud of every single person sitting here today because graduating cosmetology while being in high school is not easy, but we did it. This is not only the beginning for all of us, and I know every single one of you is capable of amazing things. I want to thank my family for always supporting me and pushing me to accomplish all my dreams and goals and never letting me forget anything is possible if I want it bad enough. So class of 2026, never forget how far you've come, how much you sacrificed, and how hard you worked to be sitting here today. Congratulations to all of us. And I'll let Ms. Toral do that part.
Good evening, graduate staff, guests, and parents. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to the graduating class of ROC Cosmetology. When people think of cosmetology, they immediately think of makeup, hair, nails, and fashion. And although that's exactly what cosmetology is, it also means so much more than just that. When I first started here, if I'm being honest, I dreaded it. I missed my friends, my homeschool, and my extracurriculars. But the longer I stayed, the more love that I started to grow for this industry. Cosmetology taught me to be expressive in a way I never knew I could be. It created confidence, creativity, and helped me form a more expressive sense of identity. Being in high school and feeling the need to fit in or act a certain way is draining, and all that is just caused by the fear of being judged. Being in cosmetology taught me that none of that is needed. It taught me that the best way to fit in is just to be yourself. Throughout the school year, we all have changed. Through our hair, our nails, our style, and even the way we do our makeup. Watching you all change and mature and become who you all are is truly a breath of fresh air, as that's something we don't see in a typical high school setting. Although these are all external changes, it can also be a direct look on how someone is inwards. I believe cosmetology is an art that allows you to show yourself, your true self externally, because instead of pinning on a canvas, the field of cosmetology helps people express who they are as if they are the canvas. A small change such as a haircut can make someone feel more confident. A new style can help someone feel seen, and a mani-pedi can make someone feel even more presentable. There's so much in the cosmetology industry that can really make someone's look and help make their confidence. Cosmetology taught me that it is okay to stand out, especially around those who don't. Change your hairstyle, change your nails, change your aesthetic, and feel free to fit into yourself. Allow this industry to beautify you on the outside and also the inside. Above all the stresses, deadlines, time scares, and foil bleeds, one of the biggest takeaways is to always be yourself, even when it's the most challenging. Don't be afraid to stand out. I hope to see you all outside this building eventually, but if not, don't be afraid to reach out if needed. Congratulations, class of 2026. Wait, I'm not done. I have one more line. Thank you for your time. This is JoJo.
Well done, JoJo. Well, I hope you guys could feel the love in this room from our student speakers, really kind of speaking from the heart and kind of sharing that overall experience since they did join each other for this 1 year and really make those connections. So let's give all our student speakers another round of applause, please. Now we're gonna hear from our instructors, and so we have 4 instructors up on stage today, but really we have 3 instructors for the class. Ms. Fernandez joined us and was able to help out when Ms. Rivera was not able to be in class, and so we thought it was appropriate to have 4 up here today for that reason. So I'm gonna welcome Ms. Fernandez up to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, I'm sorry. My name is Mrs. Fernandez. I've had the honor to work alongside very talented and gifted teachers. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies, Ms. Total, Ms. Beam, and Ms. Rivera. We had a great year with amazing students. Thank you, everyone, for coming today and supporting your senior on their accomplishment. Seniors, I admire you. The cosmetology class of 2026 gave all they had to complete the program. Thank you for choosing to spend your senior year with us. Today, we celebrate more than just graduation. We celebrate growth, perseverance, creativity, and the courage to follow a passion. And tonight, I want to take a moment to honor the cosmetology class of 2026. From the very first day you walked into class, there was something unmistakable about you. You carried determination in your spirit and kindness in your heart. Being a cosmetologist is so much more than coloring and haircutting, polishing. It's about patience, it's about confidence, it's about making people feel seen, beautiful, and cared for. And you have mastered that in a way that cannot be taught in a textbook. As your teacher, I watched you grow not only in skill, but in belief in yourself. I watched you push through frustration, long hours, self-doubt, and moments giving up may have seemed easier, but you kept going. That says everything about the kind of person you are becoming. Your talent speaks for itself, but what truly sets you apart is your heart and authenticity. Every client who sits in your chair will leave more than beautiful hair. They will leave feeling uplifted, heard, and valued. That is a rare gift. Never forget that success is not only measured by money, followers, or bookings. True success is waking up every day and doing something you love while staying true to yourself. And I believe with my heart that your future is bright beyond measures. There will be challenges ahead. There will be days when business is slow, when life feels overwhelming, or you question yourself. In those moments, please remember us. Remember how far you've already come. Remember that you've earned this moment through your hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. Class of 2026, I'm very proud of the artist you have become, but even more proud of the person you are. Keep creating, keep inspiring, keep believing in your dreams, even when they feel distant. The beauty industry needs you. It needs your light, creativity, and authenticity. Congratulations, graduates. This is the only beginning of your story, and I cannot wait to see you all touch lives in the places your talent will take you. Keep shining, keep grinding, and never forget you made it this far.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fernandez. I'd like to welcome to the podium Ms. Rivera. Come on up.
Hi guys. I've got to say, are you guys glad that you guys finished doing those perms? Honestly, they turned out really well this year. They really, really did. But besides the perms and all the nails you guys did and the hair, you guys did an awesome job with those blowouts as well. So you guys know that's going to make you a lot of money. But besides that, tonight is about celebrating growth, hard work, and perseverance. It's also about recognizing how far each of you has become and everything you have accomplished to reach this moment. I know this journey wasn't easy. You spent your senior year here at ROC, while many of your friends were experiencing traditional senior year, and you were here learning a skill, building a future, and preparing yourselves for the next chapter of your life. There were early morning, stressful days, and moments you probably questioned yourself, but even during the difficult times, you kept on going. You learned how to push through the challenges and stay committed and adapt. And that is something to be proud of, because not only did you guys learn a skill, but you guys also learned or have a competitive advantage among everybody else, right? Remember we talked about that, having a competitive advantage. So be proud of yourselves to have that, okay? So I also want to recognize the family, friends, and support systems who stood beside you throughout the journey. Your encouragement, patience, and support helped this achievement possible. I also would like to thank our short-term specialists, Genesis, Sam, and Jaylene, for the time and energy and care they gave our students every day. Our cosmetology program is a success because of you guys. You guys continue to show up and support the students behind the scenes. And honestly, guys, this year was one of my best ones. I truly enjoyed the conversations, the laughter, and getting to know all of you throughout this journey and talking about leases, car rentals, and buying a car. Watching your growth, personalities, and confidence developed over time has been incredibly rewarding, and I will genuinely miss you guys. So, cosmetology, you guys know, is not about hair, skin, or nails. It's about confidence, professionalism, and creativity and connection. The skills you learn will go beyond the classroom, and you guys know that. I've seen your guys' work, outside of school as well, and the salon floor. You learn how to communicate with others, solve problems, adapt to challenges, and carry yourself professionally. Oh, sorry. As you move into the next chapter of your lives, remember that growth continues along after graduation. Keep learning, ask questions, stay humble, and never be afraid to start over. When needed, success looks different for everybody, and there's no single timeline for achievement or goals. Some of you will continue your education. Some of you may begin working right away. Others may still be figuring out what comes next, and that's okay. Life does not require you to have every single answer today. What matters is that you continue moving forward. Be proud of the progress you made here, the discipline, the resilience, the determination, and you built during the program. Will help you whatever path you choose. One last thing. Don't forget to open up that IRA and start planning for your future now, not later. This is your moment. Celebrate yourself, celebrate each other, and remember how much you are capable of achieving. Congratulations. We're proud of you guys, and we are so excited to see your future.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rivera. I want to invite Ms. Beam up to the podium.
There goes nothing, guys. Good evening, everybody. As Mr. Carter said, my name is Mrs. Beam. I am one of the blessed instructors for our amazing cosmetology program for the Kern High School ROC. A program that I am incredibly proud of to be a part of. I've been in the industry many years and went through an ROC program as well, and it was the best thing that I've ever done in my life. The industry has given me so many special relationships and huge opportunities, and I have never regretted deciding to become a stylist, which is why I'm here today. I am so, so thankful. We had an exceptional class this year, and when we say that, I know we've all said that, but I cannot tell you that enough. Mr. Henzo, our dean, can definitely back me up on that too, because cosmetology is tough. We live together. We spend more time than you do at home together during the day here together. And we had an amazing group this year, and I cannot be more proud of you guys. It's been a joy to be one of the instructors this year. I could not have done that without my co-op, Sam. Can you please stand, please, for me, Sam? Sam is my specialist. She is my right-hand woman. She is my emotional partner. She has definitely helped me more than she probably knows this year, along with Jay and Genesis. It does take a whole army of us, and these three girls make our program run. They're just our left hand to right hand, so I could not do this without you, Sam, and I really appreciate that. You guys, this year went by so fast because honestly, it was such a great year, I think. You all worked so hard. You supported one another. You followed expectations and made coming to class something I looked forward to every single day. I hope each of you always remember that I believe in you and that you are capable of making anything happen through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As you move forward, I hope you remember a few things from our classroom, especially time management, and of course the famous 15-minute rule. We'll definitely miss hearing the daily shout-outs of salon jobs, And break time. It's funny how sometimes the things that you once dreaded or complained about end up becoming the moments you miss the most. But we made work fun, and sometimes that's the way to get through our tough days. One of the greatest parts of this journey has been watching you guys grow, not only as future professionals, but as human beings, and that means a lot to me. While providing a great service is important, never forget the value of simply being a good person. Give someone your smile when they may not have their own. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And remember that the service truly begins with the initial consultation. That is your first opportunity to win over a client with your confidence, your kindness, your education that you've worked hard for, and your empathy. To my homeroom, wow, the memories we made from the very first day of introducing ourselves to these last few weeks of lining up at the door waiting for the clock to hit 2:55. I have genuinely loved my time with all of you so much. Thank you for embracing the family environment we create together, for the fun parties and potlucks, and for honestly, we absolutely nailed Halloween. You were the cutest Dalmatians I've ever seen in my life. I don't think I will ever forget that or be able to top it. Thank you for sitting through my crazy stories, even though they may not have been entertaining. My hope is that you did learn something from them. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support during difficult times, for your patience, and even teaching me things while I was trying to teach you. That is something I will always cherish and never take for granted from this group. We all know Mrs. Beam can shed some tears, show my moods easily, be goofy, but I've always tried to be genuine and share my knowledge and passion for this amazing industry that can provide an amazing life. And I wanted you to catch that fever. I hope you leave this program not only with skills and education, because you've worked hard for that, but with memories and qualities that will stay with you for a lifetime. Your friends here will probably end up to be some of your best friends for the rest of your life. Always remember that you are worth the hard work it takes to achieve your dreams. Be that person that stands out and that starts with your personality, your spirit, your style, and your work ethic. I am so excited for you guys all to start the new chapters, and please take your tests. This is not goodbye. It's simply see you later, and no matter where life takes you, I will always just be an email away. Thank you, guys.
Well said, Miss Beam, well said. The Dalmatian thing was something else too, by the way. It was something. I'd like to invite Ms. Total to the stage, please.
Well, good evening, everybody. And as Ms. Beam just said, I can't believe that this year has passed by so quickly and that we're here today at this point just saying goodbye of sorts, too. We just barely got here. And every year, when it's around graduation time, and I'm reflecting back on what I might want to say to you when I get up here, I try to focus on one word. And in previous years, I probably could have used the same word for a couple of classes, but not this year, because this class is not like any class that I've ever had before at the ROC. And this word is something that I would never have used with any of the other classes too, and that word is fascinating. You fascinated me with all of your quirkiness and your little idiosyncrasies that you had. I loved them all every day, every single one of them. And do you know what else fascinated me? And this was a big one. It was your ability to just be yourselves every day and care less. You could care less about what anybody else thought about it either, which I thought must be so freeing, because especially at this time when young people your age are so concerned about what everybody's thinking about them, you guys just could have cared less. You were just yourselves, and I loved it. I loved every single minute of watching it unfold every day. I never really knew what I was going to get any day. I mean, I'm thinking about it now, and there's a couple of incidents where Evelyn came in a couple of days and had a mustache drawn on. And Seth, too, a full-on beard, goatee. But I was sitting there thinking, I didn't even think a second thing about it, because I knew them, and it was just like any other day. And I thought, wow. And I said to Jaylene, Evelyn's mustache is on point today. And Seth's beard is looking pretty realistic, too. And it made me happy, joyfully, actually joyful, to see a group of you that liked, finally, a group of kids that liked themselves so much that they could be themselves and come into our space and not think anything about it and just be your own unique self. I loved that so much about this class. And it's not just our extroverts that got noticed either. Let me just speak a little bit about quiet confidence as well, because there are a lot of you in that category too. And let me just say that you don't always have to have the loudest voice in the room to get noticed. Your work becomes your voice. Your work many times becomes an appendage to your voice, and people will notice. I noticed. And I just want you to know that I saw you just as clearly, and your voice was just as prominent as if somebody were shouting at me or wearing a mustache. And there's something else that fascinated me too. We had 73 students this year. It was the largest class that ever came through our program. And it was such a diverse group with different styles and different style personalities and just different personalities in general. Yet we all got along amazingly well. And most differences and complaints were solved in a very mature and respectful way. And I loved that about this class. It didn't always happen with previous classes. What I also enjoyed watching was how you actually learned from each other, and you borrowed influences from each other, reaching outside your box or practicing restraint when that really wasn't your thing either and you weren't used to it, not going too far but just enough, which is just as important. The way you supported each other, always there to help, clean up after each other, I saw that a lot, hold someone's hair while they were applying the glaze for you, pick up a Pentel comb and start highlighting the alternate section just because you knew that that person was struggling, or maybe they weren't going to make it in the time frame that we had, or maybe they were just overwhelmed and you just pitched in to help. And mentor each other and share your knowledge in such a way that was not just fascinating, but also just beautiful to me. And here's another one. Do you know what else was fascinating about this class more so than any other class that I've seen come through the ROC? The level and quality of work that you were able to achieve, because everything we had in the hair department was previously colored black or dark brown hair that wanted to be a blondie blonde. We had a lot of challenges that we worked through. I want you to know that many times I was overwhelmed with pride at seeing the results and the finished product that you girls and boys did. It was just as good as any stylist standing behind the chair many times. I was overwhelmed with a sense of pride, not only that I felt for you, but also the pride you saw in yourself when I was looking at you, looking at what you did out in the salon. It was beautiful to me in the best possible way, looking through your eyes as a trainer. And in those moments, it made it all worthwhile to me. And honestly, I really enjoyed every day in this class. I didn't dread coming to work, not one single day. I didn't dread any of you. And that just doesn't happen, ever. And I think I only missed one day of work this year. And it wasn't because I was sick. It was that day at Miramonte. I'm so sorry. I was at a day spa in Calabasas. Yes, I was getting a glow up. And guess who else was there that day with me? She's from Calabasas. We also had a little impromptu visit from her on the runway that Friday before we left. Do you know who it was? Kim herself. She was at the same day spa. She was there much longer than I was, though. And just so you know, it's not the Skims that keep everything together with Kim. It's Ruth Suissa's magic laser. That's what happened. She was there all day. Okay. And speaking of the glow up, too, do you guys remember that startup cost worksheet that we did in the business section? Do you remember that? Where it had first and last month's rent, the aesthetics, the flooring, the painting, and how much everything was going to cost, that whole salon section. Do you remember right before the total, that little category, it was called miscellaneous? Do you remember how much was in that little miscellaneous fund? Do you remember? Anybody remember? How much was it? It was $3,750. And nobody even questioned me about this. And I asked you, do you know what miscellaneous meant? And you guys said yes. We determined that it was something that in case I forgot to put anything on that list. And knowing me, do you think I forgot to put anything on that list? Do you know what that miscellaneous fund was for, that $3,750? It's your glow up fund. That's what it is. $1,875 twice a year, $1,875 per glow up. But I have to tell you this too. The timing is crucial on this. You get your first glow up. It's when you're first starting to open your salon. You're getting ready to open the salon doors. You're going to be tired. You're going to be haggard. And you can't go showing up all dehydrated. You're going to have to go get your glow up, $1,875. But here's the key, and everybody up here will tell you the same thing. You must go get that glow up 10 days before you open the doors. It gives the Botox the chance to just kick in that 10-day period. And those of you up here know exactly what I'm talking about. It's at its optimum at the 10-day mark, so don't forget that. And then the second one is at the end when you're celebrating your success. You're going to need another glow up. But here's the key. It's crucial as well. Do it in October, November, and the key is do it before you do your taxes, okay? Do it before you find out how much you're going to owe the IRS for your successful business that you had. And if you ever get questioned, let me see if you remember this. If your banker that you're turning that business plan into with that miscellaneous fund, if they ever question you about that fund, do you remember your 5 responses that you say to anybody? First one, don't be chatty, don't elaborate. You just keep it nice and clean and simple when somebody's questioning you about your finances. What's the first one? Yes, no, I don't know. We're getting warmer. What's the fourth one? It's my favorite. I don't recall. And then if you really, it's getting hot in heaven, you need some help, what is the last and final one? I need to speak to my lawyer. Okay. Very good. Okay. As we're closing everything up here. You guys get me off of here. Yeah, remember those 5 things. I do not recall will serve you in any circumstance. Okay. Okay, let me just close it up here. And thank you again. You guys have been just great. So I can't leave the stage, though, without saying thank you to our short-term specialists again, Jaylene, Samantha, Genesis. We couldn't do this program without you. We really couldn't. And to my specialist, Jaylene, you are not just a specialist. You're just plain special. Okay? And we all know this. Jaylene, she's so shy, she'll never come up here. Jaylene, stand up, please. Let everybody see who you are. Jaylene, your knowledge of the industry, the knowledge of school procedures, your willingness to learn and teach my methods that are unconventional to some people, right alongside me. Not everybody could do that. I appreciate you so much. Jaylene is, I call her my bouncer. She's my muscle. She's my enforcer. She's always got our back. She's always enforcing those salon and classroom rules to keep everything running just super smoothly and efficiently. I love you. We love you. This program could not run without you, Jaylene. Do you know, you've heard me talk about one person. Do you know who the two most important people in this cosmetology program are? You've heard me talk about one before. Jaylene and the towel guy. We couldn't do business without either one. And in that order, too, because you know what? If the towel guy didn't show up, Jaylene would be pulling out those ROC towels, washing them, drying them, stacking them, putting them on your station with your apron, your tint brush, your tint bowl, your foils. And what else? That mannequin head would be sitting on that headstand with your name already on it, too. That's Jaylene. Jaylene, thank you so much. That's just who she is. You guys are so lucky to have her. So thank you again for everything. You've been a wonderful, wonderful class. I just can't wait to see what you do. So please go out and make the world pretty. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Total. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stories because it really kind of paints the picture to what it kind of takes and what our students experience and what our instructors experience. And so, glow up, is that what I got to look into? Glow up, okay, I wrote that down. I got to figure out what that is for myself if that's something. Okay, there's, no. But no, thank you again. And so, what we want to be able to do is be able to kind of transition because we want to be able to transition to our certificate and medallion portion of the evening. So we did some practice on this today, and there was a group of students that were, a handful that weren't here today, but I'm so confident because I told the girls that were here today, I told all the students that were here, hey, coach them up, the ones that were not here today, and make sure they're good, So we're going to try this out right now. So we're going to start with this portion of the night. So to the students to my side over here, please stand. We'll do that after. Please file out. Now we're a crowded room tonight, so our students are going to be along the side of the walls. So we're going to be able to kind of make the best room that we can as we start the next portion of this program. They're going to be filing out all the way probably to the very middle of the room. I think it might be pretty good right there. Very good. So our students tonight will be receiving certificates for the program and medallions. And the medallions can be worn at their homeschool site for their graduation. It represents a program completed for a CTE program, which is very important. So we're going to be able to begin the night with our very first name as we come across. The students are going to be able to receive a handshake and probably a little bit of extra kind of care up here from all our teachers. If you can see the love that's already kind of going on here tonight. So our very first student, Jaden Obeso. Jaden. Kylie Oliveros. Jocelyn Villanueva Guzman. Olivia Anderson. Scarlett Arana. Jaslyn Arias. Liliana Arias. Emmeline Arnold. Kevin Ayala Vargas. Caden Starr Bell. Nevaeh Cherry. Tashara Brown. Mia Calderon. Ryan Dixon. Atiana Eddington. Elena Estrada. Daisy Estrada. JoJo Fishman. Lucy Forsyth. Kennedy Gomez. Kennedy was also involved in our student leadership as one of the program's ambassadors. Cassandra Gonzalez Velasquez. Marianne Gonzalez. Marlene Guzman. Michaela Guzman. Michelle Hagler. Rylan Hanner. Samantha Hernandez. Sylvia Jackson. Carly Kavanaugh. Kimberly Lopez Mari. Lillian Mangorian. Lynn was also a student ambassador in our leadership program. Thank you. Kira Mann. Bella Maisie. Kylie McCrae. Ashlyn Medina. Julie Mendoza. Isabella Mraz. Brianna Montelargo. Now, as Brianna, she's going to make her way all the way around, and so actually I'm going to start. She's good. I'm actually going to start moving our group. We practice a little bit differently, but we'll start moving our group in to the side right now. Go ahead and come on in. Please be seated. Please stand. Be able to file out. Now, the students have asked me maybe if I could play some music during this time because it's a little bit of dead time, but I didn't think I'd be able to execute that efficiently. So as we walk around, I'm definitely pleased to be able to see the amount of parents and support in this room tonight. It is such a special occasion, and I'd like to mention to where hearing the stories from our students and our instructors and just kind of realizing what it takes to be able to have about 73 to 74 students. We started with 75, but be able to do that and execute that and to be able to do that all year long is an amazing feat. We will begin with Mariah Mora. Mariah. Leslie Morales. Eliana Morelos. Yuritsa Moreno Dominguez. Leila Ortega. Layla was also an ambassador within our student leadership program too as well. Melanie Padilla. Natalia Padilla. Soraya Plata. April Ramirez. Catherine Ramirez. Brianna Ramos. Evelyn Radis. Caitlin Richards. Leslie Rivera. Seth Rogers. Stony Roomsburg. Madeline Salas. Michelle Sanchez. Abigail Sanchez. Alexis Sandoval. Alexa Sandoval. Dayanara Saucedo. Anaya Sherman. Isabel Speaks. Lynn Tafoya. Brooklyn Taylor. Brianna Twyford. Ruby Valencia. Marisol Venezuela. Natalia Vasquez Silva. Jennifer Vincente. Nevaeh Waits. Haley Wells. Eileen Savala. As our students are coming all the way through, we're going to begin to bring these students back to be able to sit down, so come on through. As our students are transitioning back to their seats, we are not done with our program tonight. Make sure we stay standing, please. We did not practice this, so stay standing. Students, we did not practice this, but we're going to do this right now. Please stand. Turn around, face your families. Give these students one more round of applause. You guys may turn back around and be seated, please. So the last portion of tonight is going to be our awards. And so I would like to invite Miss Rivera up for her awards portion of the program. Miss Rivera.
So, this award is the Outstanding Student. Every year it's so hard to choose one, but however, this student continuously distinguishes themselves through commitment, professionalism, a positive mindset, determination to improve, succeed throughout the year. Marianne Gonzalez, where are you?
Miss Beam.
This is really hard for me, and I need to be honest. I probably would take home half of your kids with me just to live with me because I absolutely love them so much, and some of them do ask, but I really do. I get attached, and I'm gonna miss them, and I really want the best for them. This is a really hard decision for me because it's hard to point one person out. Before I do that real quick though, I would love Nevaeh, Sam, and Ellie to stand up. Nevaeh does my hair, Sam did my makeup, Ellie does my rocks, my nails. So I stay at ROC. I might need to go to Calabasas with you, but I stay in home, and these girls rock it out for me, you guys. So if you didn't come to get services, you missed out because I got it. I'm clocked in. You know what I mean? So thank you girls so much for doing that and for always doing that. And, you know, it really provides a one-on-one for me when I get to do that with you guys. And I appreciate those moments and those times with you. Tonight, though, I do have to recognize one student who has truly stood out from the beginning of her cosmetology journey, meaning from the very first day we talk about this. From day one, she has consistently demonstrated excellence, kindness, leadership, and genuineness in everything that she does. This student has always been the person others could count on, whether someone needed help with bookwork, Chromebook issues, or practical skills on the salon floor. She always was willing to step in and help without hesitation. Her work has always been completed not only on time, but with exceptional quality and pride. Beyond her talent, she has remained true to herself throughout this entire journey this year. She is beautiful inside and out. She carries herself with confidence and kindness and always brings a positive attitude wherever she goes. She is fun to be around, full of energy, and always bring good ideas to the table. Ideas that I genuinely appreciate, and I have used some of her ideas. I also want to give a special shout out to her parents. You have done an amazing job raising such a respectful, hardworking, talented young woman. It has been a privilege to watch her grow and succeed this year. One of her greatest talents is natural hairstyling and braiding. Her creativity and skill in this area are undeniable, and it's exciting to see how far she has already come before becoming a licensed cosmetologist. She has taken the initiative to put herself out into the industry, working in several different salons, building relationships, networking, and gaining valuable experience already. She has already begun creating a foundation for her future career, and it is clear she is going to make an incredible stylist once she passes her state board test. This summer, I will also have the pleasure of spending 3 weeks watching her mentor junior high students during my braiding camp, where she will share her talent and her passion with younger students. That alone speaks volumes about her character and leadership. She is going to make an incredible stylist. She approached me for the position and was diligent in getting everything done to get to the position, which again shows her initiative, and it stood out to me. She will absolutely be missed and remembered by everyone who had had the opportunity to know her. Just for the record, this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that she's a driller. My alma mater, go Drillers. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding cosmetology student, Isabella Mraz.
Miss Toto.
My exceptional student for this class is Ashlyn Medina. Ashlyn, will you please come up here? Ashlyn, when I was thinking about what I wanted to say to you tonight, I was actually struggling a little bit. Do you know why? Because you're just so great at everything. I didn't even know where to start. So I'm going to start right here. You are an instructor's dream student, and here's why. Everything I asked you to do, you did. Everything I asked you to do the way I asked you to do it, you did it. Even if it might not have been the way you might have approached it at the beginning initially, you listened to everything I asked you to do, and you just knew that there was a rhyme behind the reasoning of why I was asking you to do those things. Do you remember the client that we had? We had a client. It was a difficult client, and it wasn't personality, but just chemically difficult. We had a client that we needed highlights touched up. She had permanent color on dark color in her hair that needed to be lightened. Highlights redone, low lights put in, and then an all-over glaze. This was easily a $300 service in a salon that we do for about $75. And she was there all day, and it was a very difficult and challenging client. Her hair was kind of falling out, too. She had been going through some hair loss. And Ashlyn, you should see Ashlyn's work. I walked by several times, and her foils are just placed just perfectly in this person's hair, just right one after the other, just the right amount of space between everything. And we were getting towards the end of the appointment, and I came by, and I was looking at it, and I noticed all those beautiful foils, but I, at the last minute, decided I wanted to piece some lowlights through that hair. And I asked you to go up and mix up the color, and I told you I was going to do it without any foil. And I started disrupting all your beautiful foil work, and I saw the look on her face. It was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But we had just a few minutes to do it. And the thing about Ashlyn is, without any training whatsoever, we only had a few minutes to do it, and as I was piecing that through, you just automatically converted into an assistant position without ever being trained as an assistant, and it just came so naturally to you. And in that moment, as a trainer, and I know my job here is a teacher, but that's not really what I am. I'm a trainer. I train people to work in this business and to make money. And in that moment, I saw you very clearly, as all trainers do. When you know, you know. And when I saw it, I knew you had it. Ashlyn, you have it. I hope you use it, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. Thank you so much for being my student.
Wonderful, wonderful. We do have one other award to honor tonight. This will be our last one. And so here at ROC, we are fortunate to be able to award a handful of scholarships each year to students who are planning to continue their education after high school. These students are awarded $1,000 to support them in their next step. This year we had over 60 scholarship applications from students across our ROC campus. And one of the scholarship recipients was from our very own cosmetology program. Please help me congratulate this year's scholarship recipient, Layla Ortega. Congratulations, Layla. You're going to need to be able to take this with you because it goes with everything when you have to turn it in for ROC whenever you apply for your next adventure. Thank you so much. Okay, it feels like we've been here a while, but it's been a good group out here. So before we wrap up tonight's events, I want to be able to thank this amazing staff here at ROC for putting together such a wonderful ceremony. And I'm also going to need to thank some people who've been thanked many times tonight. So I'm going to need Jaylene Terrazas Cruz, Samantha Ortega, and Genesis Reyes to please stand up and show the crowd who you are, because I want to thank you too as well. This thing does not run them without them. You guys do so much for this program and the teachers. I'm not sure what we would do without you. I know they would freak out. To Ms. Beam, Ms. Rivera, and Ms. Total, thank you for your love and dedication for this program and bringing to life this wonderful opportunity for these students. Let's give them another round of applause. I also want to point out, as I pointed out it earlier, thank you to Miss Fernandez. She jumped in and covered multiple weeks when Miss Rivera was out and did a wonderful job. She did all this while also teaching the nails program in the evening. So please, let's give her another round of applause. I also want to thank and acknowledge all the parents and families and all the family members for all your support you have given your students through this journey. Students, please give them a big round of applause. And finally, the wonderful students here tonight, thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and for representing ROC so well all year long. We're going to do this one more time. All students, we didn't practice this. Please stand and face your families again. I want to present to you the ROC Cosmetology class of 2026. This will conclude our ceremony for tonight. Students and family are welcome to stay and take pictures. Thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you again. That's right.
Can I play something?
One.
Marcos, Julian Hernandez, I don't know.
Yes, yes.